This is the examination of the hidden human condition.
You're listening to the Hidden Killers Podcast.
This is the Hidden Killers Podcast with Tony Brueski.
So we already know quite a bit about the Kouri Richins case and the accusations that are against her. They're pretty damning. Her Google searches are pretty damning. There's a lot that doesn't look to be so much in the corner of Kouri Richins' defense as of right now. But, innocent until proven guilty. And with that being said, she, of course, has rights. One of those rights, or she likes to think rights, is access to what she views she was entitled to in terms of the prenuptial agreement that she had with the husband that she's being accused of murdering. This is also a woman who doesn't seem to really have any sort of sense about optics and how things look at any given time. Like, gee, maybe when you're in custody and being charged with the murder of your husband, it might not be the appropriate time to file a civil lawsuit against his estate to get money. May look a little bad, may make you look a little greedy, may make it look like you did do this. Yet, while ensnared in the grip of the criminal justice system, Kouri has boldly launched a civil lawsuit against her deceased husband's estate, seeking what she contends is rightfully hers under the terms of their prenuptial agreement. Not just, hey, someone died and you get this. Prenuptial agreements are in place for when you get divorced willingly, not like mysteriously murdered. Eric and Kouri had inked their prenuptial agreement on a warm summer day, June 15th of 2023, in an act of love and pragmatism. This legally binding document outlined various financial understandings that were to shape their shared lives. Eric, a successful entrepreneur with a 50% stake in C&E Stone Masonry, among other assets, specified a comprehensive list of his assets and debts that were to remain his sole property in case of a divorce. These included the business, a forklift, a skid steer, scaffolding, saws, 2 trucks, and a dump trailer. The heart of the dispute lies in the nuances of the prenuptial agreement, which Kouri alleges guarantees her certain rights to these assets, notably the business, C&E Stone Masonry, LLC, which I'm sure she'll do a great job of running behind bars, which Eric held dear and was co-owned by him. The prenup distinctly outlined that any marital funds invested into the business would not translate into an ownership stake for Kouri unless Eric predeceased her during their lawful marriage. It is this clause that Kouri is currently clinging to. You're being accused of murdering your husband, and now you're filing a civil lawsuit on the grounds that if Eric dies before you, you get his stuff. Right now would not be the time to do that, just saying. If you're found not guilty and you're innocent, go for it. Right now, I don't know, the optics might not look the greatest. Who's advising this woman? Or is anyone advising her? Are her attorneys, they got to just be shaking their heads, because I'm sure this is Kouri calling the shots. I can't imagine any attorney worth their weight in salt saying, yeah, let's file that civil lawsuit right now so you can try and get more stuff from your dead husband that you're accused of murdering. In a complex turn of events occurring just before Eric's untimely demise, he transferred his ownership stake of the business to the Eric Richins Living Trust. Remember, he was kind of paranoid that maybe his wife was trying to kill him because he thought she already attempted to once? Following this, the business interest was sold to Eric's work partner, Kouri Wright, for a substantial sum of approximately $2 million. The money is now held in limbo by the court. Kouri argues that this move has not undermined her rights to the business as stipulated in the prenup. I don't even know what to make of this person. Just when you think one can be so off in their thinking, they just keep going. They never fail to surprise people like this. Murder or not. Another battleground in this legal conflict is their shared family home. According to Kouri, the house was excluded from the list of assets that Eric claimed as his own before their marriage. By her reasoning, this absence in the prenuptial agreement is a clear indication that the house was a joint marital asset. Kouri also alleges that she contributed significantly to the home, including the down payment, monthly mortgage payments, and utilities. Moreover, she claims to have invested in a swimming pool and fencing after Eric's death, fulfilling a contract initiated before his passing. With this line of argument, Kouri is fighting for at least 50% of the increase in the home's equity value since their marriage. Adding another layer of complexity to the tangled legal affair is the Eric Richins Living Trust, executed by Eric on November 3rd, 2020. According to Kouri, the primary objective of creating the trust was to provide for her and her children post Eric's death. The trust contained a variety of assets, a nominal sum of cash, the family home, C&E Stone Masonry, Eric's interest in Fox Lake Investments, and all of his tangible personal property. In her lawsuit, Kouri contends that Eric transferred tangible personal property to the trust without specifying whether it was his alone or jointly owned as a married couple. Kouri, news for you, he thought you were trying to kill him. It was not to be for you. Furthermore, she alleges that the family home was included in the trust without her knowledge or consent. And most importantly, Kouri maintains that the prenuptial agreement still stands unrevoked and unamended, providing her with legal grounds to claim the disputed assets. Before his death, Eric executed a will that bequeathed all of his estate to the trust, asserting that the will complied with their prenuptial agreement. However, Kouri insists that her right to the family home, the personal property, and the business interest still stands. In contrast, Kate Richins, the representative of Eric's estate, fiercely disputes this. Kouri's claim against the trust and estate is still winding its way through the legal system. Kate has launched her own counteroffensive. She filed a petition to disqualify Kouri from the estate due to the murder charges. Might be a qualifying factor. However, the motion hangs in the balance, contingent on whether Kouri is convicted for her alleged crime. Amidst the whirlwind of legal maneuvers and impassioned disputes, the tale of Kouri Richins continues to unfold. And of course, us here at the podcast will continue to follow it and bring you all the updates as this twisted tale continues to wind and get crazier and crazier by the day.
You're locked into the Hidden Killers podcast.
Want more? Start binging on all of our true crime podcasts right now through Apple Podcasts and get an ad-free experience when you sign up to be a True Crime Today Premium Plus member, exclusively on Apple Podcasts.
More of the Hidden Killers podcast, dropping soon.
Press subscribe now.